Welcome to Top Hill Recording Podcast, the podcast where we ask an artist or a band to come in, give us 4 original tunes. We sit and we talk about those tunes. We talk about where the artist came from, where they started, where they're going, where they're at currently, and we go from there. Tonight we have a very, very fresh, up-and-coming singer-songwriter that came in and played 4 killer tunes. I mean, killer songwriter.
Just crushed.
Obviously. And a friend of the podcast, Justin Miller, was the guy who's like, man, you got to have my buddy in. And he was correct in his recommendation. So tonight, you guys, we have Luke Edlin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Simple song about a girl I knew from another time and place. It was 1922 in a little small town on a cold and windy day. The doors flung open to our saloon and in walked a pretty face. She pulled up a seat, said a double shot of Jack, by the way, gentlemen, I'm Kate. The women went pale cause her looks could kill, and the children hid their eyes. It all grew quiet on the western front that clear Colorado night. The barkeep froze, not cause of her clothes, and the men, they spilled their beers. Kate was known far and wide to be the meanest bounty on this side of the west frontier. Told us stories of the men she took on the plains over the last year. By the time she tricked them with her looks, they didn't know the end was near. A cowpoke's thieves, strangers and friends, she don't care about who you are. A heart of stone and ice so cold is on the edge of my seat in the bar. The women went pale cause her looks could kill, and the children hid their eyes. It all grew quiet on the western front that clear Colorado night. The barkeep froze, not cause of her clothes, and the men, they spilled their beers. Kate was known far and wide to be the meanest bounty on this side of the west frontier. Story goes, Kate left that night, rolled out of our small town. Some bandits caught wind to put her in a pinch, she knew there was no way out. We found her strung up with a bullet in her head and an ice-cold frozen tear. Lone cross on a plane signified the meanest bitch on the west frontier. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's a long haul to Texas out of Maine. The colors paint that evening sky red, I just can't wait. It gets lonely on the road when it gets late. Floating 18 wheels down a cold, dark, empty interstate. Western Express, take me away. Tried like hell, but I can't stay in this little town, and it's killing me to know that I'm leaving behind my friends and folks. But the Western Express called my name. So come take these bones away. Come take these bones away. mountains and pretty Montana views. Steep terrain that my brakes must hate till we get to the ocean blue. My eyes been so distracted that I still ain't thought of you. So Western Express, take me away. Tried like hell, but I can't stay in this little town, and it's killing me to know that I'm leaving behind my friends and folks. But the Western Express called my name. So come take these bones away. Come take these bones away. Take me away. Tried like hell, but I can't stay in this little town, 'cause I'm really missing home. I wanna hug all of my friends and my folks. It's getting lonely on the road all alone. So come take me home. Come take me home. Come take me home. Come take me home. Good job. Looking out over these hills, my mind runs wild, remembering the drills. We were younger and not worried about time. Bottles of blunts and gasoline to start the fire. But let me go back to my high school days, relive those nights and go to football games. I'm tired of all work and no play. Let me go back to my high school days, yeah. Now I rarely ever get to see my friends. They're off to college, working with a means to no end. I'm here plotting my next moves, drowning my sorrows under whiskey and tattoos. Let me go back to my high school days, relive those nights and go to football games. I'm sick and I'm tired of all work and no play. Let me go back to my high school. My home is far removed from those trees. Buildings and parkways replace the dirt roads and the leaves. But I'm here still holding strong. I'll never forget the place that I call home. Let me go back to my high school days, relive those nights and go to football games. I'm sick and
1, 2, 3, 4.
Fires like the clear night sky bring out colors in your eyes. I don't know just how to make you stay. How could you love a fool like me? There's more deep down than you can see. God, don't let this love fade away. There's times when I get fighting mad and say things that I shouldn't have. I don't know why you wouldn't just leave. You stayed right here, believed in us, something in you I can trust. You're the only song I wanna sing. She said, hold on to our love, my dear, and don't you let me go. There's more than you can see right here, worth more than silver and gold. On the day we both said I do, it was like a dream come true. The race was on and we had to beat was time. So we set out to make a name, no one to please, no one to blame. Mine's on fire to do this thing just right. So we rolled around town to town, trying to ride the ups and downs. Years fly by and seasons never stay. If a simple life is all we have, you and I wouldn't be so bad. I'll stay right here until we're old and gray. She said, hold on to our love, my dear, and don't you let me go. There's more than you can see right here, worth more than silver and gold. Tell you and me, by then we'll be history. Our story might just live on past our time. They'll tell of a man scared to start, and the woman who stole his heart, and a love so strong you'd swear it's still alive.
Great song. Luke, welcome, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having us.
Buddy, we are super excited to have you, and seriously, man, great tunes. Great songwriter.
I appreciate it.
So, as I kind of warned you before the podcast started, normally this kind of just flies off the rails real quick. But before it does, we're going to get into your backstory. You know, you're a young fella. How old are you, if you don't
24.
24. So you're the same age as
Still
Spencer.
fresh, man.
Yeah, Spencer over here. My kids getting ready to turn 24. You know, not much younger than Earl over here. So, you know, man, You've already came in at a young age and you've got some killer songs. So how did we get to that point? Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about your upbringing and when did music become a thing that you knew you were going to have to get involved with?
Well, so I'm from Corden. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. Corden, Indiana, little small town, the first capital of Indiana.
Hey.
And yeah. Music's always been a thing for our family. I mean, this is my mom's brother, and my
Uncle
mom's
Kev.
Uncle Kev.
What's up?
And my mom's whole side of the family has always just been musically inclined, people who love music. So I've always been around it growing up. I mean, sang as a kid. My mom would have us sing and shit like that, and then picked up guitar maybe I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, just to kind of complement the singing. And then started writing songs maybe a year and a half ago. I never thought I could write. Yeah, I never thought I could write a song, so I never really tried. And then I got one on paper, and people liked it. So I was like, "Fuck it, I guess I'll keep trying to write some." Mainly just for the boys, just for hanging out. But
yeah, dude. Well,
it's trying to grow into a little more.
Well, it definitely has the possibility to do that because, like I said, man, 4 tunes that are really, really not only good, they're catchy. You know, I was singing one after the podcast just because it catches you that quick. And when people have the ability to write a tune that grabs you pretty quickly, Earl has the ability to do that very, very well. He writes these songs that kind of stick in your head, man. And, you know, you kind of have that, to me already, a tendency after 4 songs and just writing for a year and a half to be able to do that. Even, I don't know if you're doing it, you know, subconsciously, or if you are attempting to do something when you're writing a song, but whatever that is, you nailed it.
Well, I appreciate it. It's I don't really have a songwriting process. I mean, I don't think there's a correct process to doing it. I think everyone does it differently. Sure. But I just kind of start with some words, not even an idea, and then it just kind of grows into an idea as the song. The song almost kind of like a good song writes itself, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's really just kind of what I've been doing.
So what were you listening to growing up? You talked about singing before playing. What were you singing?
I mean, mostly just country music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what country? Yeah, come on.
So like growing up, like a lot of the bro country style stuff, like Luke Bryan was big, Jason Aldean. Those 2 guys were like really big whenever I was growing up, and then. As I became a teenager, Luke Combs and Morgan Wallen came up and started doing their thing. But recently, a lot of the folk country, like Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers, Sam Barber is probably my favorite out there right now.
Okay.
He's incredible. So I really dig the folk country, and I like writing the folk country style when I can, but I also like writing like exciting, upbeat, catchy tunes too. So it's just whatever comes to mind at the time, whatever I'm feeling when I'm writing, really.
Yeah, dude, I think Earl, you may kind of be able to speak to this too, has found a mix in between the two.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have thought, like, hearing you, I'm not a big pop country fan, really. It's just not what I listen to on the daily. It's on everywhere. Like, I know some tunes.
Yeah.
But when I heard you, that's not what I thought. I didn't think pop country. I thought, like, you're more alt stuff. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you wrote, or I don't know how many songs you've written, but you played 4 songs that were all just so catchy makes a lot of sense that you're into the pop stuff, because that's the earworms are what's going to stick with us. And you have a lot of really good hooks and stuff in these songs. It's very, I mean, we like to gas people up when they come in and do a good job. Like,
I'll take it.
Neil and I have been here all day, and so it was cool. I didn't know a whole lot about you. There's not a ton of stuff out there from you, and so it was cool to have you come in, like, and just do a great job. It was.
I appreciate it. I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
We really did.
We knew. So I think I saw 1 or 2 videos, and I think one was a Sam Barber cover, and then one was one of your originals online. I think they were both just on Instagram.
Probably.
Yeah, and the one thing I knew, I was like, all right, he can sing. The kid can sing for sure. So I knew we were going to have a good basis. But, you know, you mentioned that it's been a couple of weeks since you've been to a singer-songwriter night, which means you're starting to do those things where you get out and you get to like Drew or Justin. Don't you have a night?
Tuesday night at the Enchanted Forest.
Tuesday night at the Enchanted Forest. So I mean, like, you get to see these people that are coming in hungry, which is, I'm sure, where you met or saw Luke for the first time.
They both actually came in one night, and I think they played Wagon Wheel, maybe.
Yeah.
But they killed it. They had, like, the harmonies, and it was just like, okay.
Family harmony, dude.
That's a family favorite there, Wagon Wheel.
I remember seeing him for the first time and thinking, like, man, this guy's a really good singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool how it worked out.
Yeah, it's cool that it worked out, and it's cool to see the transition work out. You know, I tend also to write stuff that is hook driven, and I don't know. I grew up listening to a ton of pop. I'm a lot older than you, but I remember Michael Jackson days back in the bad and
You seem like a Michael Jackson guy.
was dude. Thriller record. He could I was in his age range, man. He could have gotten me. I was a big fan. So no shame. Then all right, so now we're going on a weird George Michael. I love George Michael too. That Faith video on MTV. That was the first song I ever recorded.
What about some Hall & Oates?
No, I didn't like it. I actually hated 80s.
I love that.
I hated 80s music. I didn't mind pop music, but I'm just now starting to like 80s music, like Toto and
Actually,
real 80s music.
We were just listening to the very first Toto album.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, and we're just like, the craziest shit is that every single one of those songs on their first album is so different than one another, but they're bangers. Every single one. And there's
awesome.
like 18 tunes.
And all I could
awesome.
think was 8-bit electronic crap. But no, it was anyway. All right, sorry to get deep into the pop. But no, dude, I say all that to say when you have that influence of hearing something that draws you into it and you're singing those tunes like old Garth Brooks tunes and tunes of 90s country that were based in getting people to listen to the repetition and listen to like Friends in Low Places. I mean, Wagon Wheel. You can't play. You can be sick of playing Wagon Wheel. You can be sick of hearing Wagon Wheel. But if you play it at a bar, or you're at a bar and somebody plays it, it's hard not to be like, "Hey, Wagon Wheel." So man, there's a reason for that, and people that can write stuff like that. It's what I think. Not to say that's what all writers reach for, but all writers want to be heard. All people that write a song want you to hear the song. Yeah. And to be able to have the ability to write a hook that is that earworm. You be proud of that for sure, man. Be proud of being able to have that ability if whether you're intending to or not, because it's a thing that I think everybody looks for. Yeah. Well, and I am, and I think that as time goes on and I write more and practice more, I think it'll get better. At least that's the goal for me, is to just keep writing and keep getting better with each and every song. And you got to write a lot of garbage to write a good song. So, I mean. Yeah. So a year and a half ago, you decided to start writing. What was it that was like, well, why not? Or what? What was the big, I'm going to write? I mean, I think I'd always just kicked around the idea. I'd written I wrote I think it was a chorus or a verse and a chorus a long time ago, like probably 8 years ago. I was still in high school and didn't really think anything of it. My mom was like, "Oh my God, that's really good," but that's my mom, so I didn't really believe her. I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I never finished it or anything. And then I don't know. So it always just had been kind of in the back of my head that I wanted to try it. I just never really thought that I could do it, and didn't know what to write about really. And I'd quit my job of 5 years doing landscaping and got another sales job. And I don't know. I just so I wrote a song about trying to make it, pretty much trying to make it, make money, make it big, whatever make it is for you. I wrote a song about that, and everybody that I played it for liked it. So I was like, I guess I should probably write some more. All right. So that's a pretty big time, especially you're 24 now. Yeah. It was a couple years ago, just under. Yeah, probably 2 years ago. All right. So we'll say you're 22. You're 5 years into a job. I mean, that's you spent a quarter of your life working somewhere doing something. Yeah. And then you move, you decide to make a change. That's a pretty big change. Did you find not only that you wrote this tune to kind of get these things out that you were looking, to express, did you find it a therapeutic? Yes. Yeah, I definitely did. And it was weird because that first song that I wrote in, I mean, it was quick. It was an hour, less than an hour probably. Wrote it pissed. It's fucking bullshit. No, but it came out really quickly, and I don't know. I don't know if it was writing the song that was therapeutic or if it was that people liked the song that was therapeutic. But something about it just kind of hooked me, and
So I don't write as much as I should. I should be writing. I should write every day. I know I should try and get something down every day, but it definitely hooked me into something that I won't quit entirely. I mean, I have to write every now and then, or else it just drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you can go through seasons of that stuff, man. I think
that's how it feels to me.
Yeah, you can write a ton, then you can just not be able to find it, or especially if you're looking for it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes. I know Earl's in kind of the writing mindset right now. He has a record that just got, I don't know if it's not released yet, but I just got a pressed vinyl. It looks so awesome. I wish all right, hold on. Hey, there it is, right over there.
Hold on.
Hell yeah.
So
put that on the camera. There we go.
That's awesome.
So it is badass that is right there, right? But the thing with that is now you got to start over, right? So you get in that mindset of, I've got to write. Or, you know, if you feel like that you've been writing a lot and then you haven't written in 2 months and you feel like you need to do something, but you can't force it. I mean, how do you not let it take a hold of to where you feel like you have to do something? And have you ever really written anything great when you're like, I have to write right now because I have to do it? You know?
I don't think I have.
I don't know if I have.
I can't force it. It's almost just like a random, like I'll sit down and just start picking around and not expecting to write something. And that's when something will come out of it.
And in those times, like the first time you wrote and times like that, do you find that the stuff that comes out is because you've lived a little bit? You've had something that's in your, in your crawl, in your brain that has to be.
Got to get something out of my system.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. It's weird shit, man.
It is. It's super weird.
It is weird. It's weird to think like, we got a little bit of stuff on here. It's all about you. But like this page right here could be a song if you just can figure out how to make it one.
I know.
That's a daunting task, man. You started 2 years ago. That's crazy. I don't know why you'd do something like that to yourself.
He's in now.
Yeah,
I'm stuck.
Dude, you're in. So Justin, when to see somebody play Wagon Wheel and it sound good is one thing, but how did you get to the point where you strike up a conversation, hey, come back, do whatever, do an original, or you hear an original? Where do you get to that point to where you make the connection to, reach out and go, hey, I got this guy, you got to hear him, let's get him on the pod?
Yeah, it started off where I kind of met him at the open mic, but he did a couple originals, I think, before that.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, then he came up after me and started talking, and he immediately had that, like, hey, man, how do I start booking shows? And he had that drive, and a lot of times I don't see that in people, but he was so eager to just keep, like, what's your number? Can you help me out? And so then I booked him at the Marengo Solstice.
I was terrified.
It was like that. It was like that festival that we usually throw. It's like the solstice and the equinox. But I booked him for that, and then he had a bunch of people come out. He brought like a pork roast.
Oh, my man!
Yeah, knows how to shit was good.
Knows
dude.
How to
pulled pork.
Yeah, and just kind of had the whole thing. I think that it takes. It's because it's more than just playing music. Sometimes, 100%. If you're really trying to make it, you have to have that. The whole personality of just like the way you treat people and bringing pork roast to events.
Dude, look, I will tell you now, man. That's wise. Right there, what he said, you can be as talented as you want to be. You can be a great songwriter and singer and player. But a lot of this stuff is about that, like relationships and you doing those things to
100%.
And being hungry. I mean, Justin's in the middle of it. He's got Earl's in the middle of it. They've got the, all the emails and the connections and the people and the relationships with other bands that could put you on a bill and things like that. But it is about doing the extra stuff. So knowing that at your age, young, I mean, even, Justin, you're young. Yeah. So knowing that and working that and doing those things early is huge. It's that follow through that a lot of musicians, I certainly didn't have it at, 24. I had 2 kids. I didn't have drive. I had, it was, but it wasn't different. If you it doesn't matter what the circumstances are as long as you make those relationships. So being young and doing that now, man, if you continue to do that, you will continue to build those and put on cool lineups and in festivals. And
that's the goal, man.
Well, you've got, I think, like these songs were undeniable. You know, there's one thing that's always been said: you can be talented, but be undeniable. You know, when you write a song that's that good, it doesn't matter how many notes you play. It doesn't matter if there's these crazy intricate, you know, swells of an orchestral. It's the words and the song, and man. Yeah, it's just those are undeniable tunes.
Thank you.
So to continue to put yourself in those situations, like I mean, I continue to think Earl's like that. You know, I mean, the songs he writes, they're just undeniably good. So the only time he's sitting out is kind of when he takes a break, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of chilling right now with it. I guess my question, because like to bounce off all the good stuff Neil's saying, is like I kind of want to know. What are you up to? Like, you've asked about booking shows and you've gotten some information, but what are you doing? Are you playing out a lot? Like, where are you playing? Like, are you staying mostly in town? Are you doing cover sets? Are you doing originals? What are you kind of up to right now?
So yeah, I've played a few shows. Like he said, I did that Marengo thing, the little festival, and I opened for your band one night on the river down there.
At Losers, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Wrong
so
side.
I opened down there and I did 5 originals down there because it was just a small opening set. And then the first place I played was the Tavern, like the first full set, Marengo Tavern. It was supposed to be 3 hours. It was probably more like 4 because everybody was partying and drunk and having a good time.
Works. Then you don't want to stop. You want me to play that one again? All right, I'll play it for the second time. Why not?
And then I recently just played the Village Inn. It's a little bar in New Salisbury, but we packed it out too. But I'm trying to book more shows. I just haven't been very good about hitting people up and.
Man, I just did that whole big old speech, and you haven't been good about hitting people up.
Yeah, I know.
Hell, Lou? Come on, man.
I know that's and I'm playing the Fuzzy Pig.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Hey, we're all playing.
Yeah.
Sweet, whole room playing, but it's gonna be awesome.
I'm gonna open it on Thursday night. They found a spot for me, so I'm gonna open it up and do 45 minutes there. I should be able to do all originals. I think.
Yeah,
should
for sure.
Definitely have 45 minutes of originals and.
I mean,
but yeah, I
play
just
those 4 and have a jam session if you don't have more than that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
10-minute song, dude. It's the right place for it.
Yeah,
you can do 10-minute originals.
It'll be fun. But I just definitely need to be more diligent about hitting people up and talking to people and trying to book shows. We had a little band going actually, me and a couple other guys that I met at open mic, but the drummer dropped out. He's not as interested
drummers,
in
man.
drummers.
He wants to be a guitar player now.
Probably.
That's the way it works, man.
He's a cool dude. He's just not as interested in drumming, he said. But I mean, that's part of the reason why I'd rather just do my own thing solo.
It's easier.
Or duo or something like that, just because, I don't have to worry about that kind of thing.
The add-ons are good to be able to go, hey, man, would you sit in? But it is definitely easier and you'll make more money playing solo. No
definitely.
Doubt. Yeah. Man, there's something about a connection with the band on stage too. And it
is fun. I was excited to play with them. It would have been really cool.
Well, man, drummers, you'll find the older you get, the more you play. Drummers are just drummers.
You'll be like
damn drummers.
My band and have 3 drummers.
Have 3 drummers or have a drummer that plays in, they all play in 6 bands. They're just hard to find.
Yeah.
Either drummers are kind of like that. It's like, I'm really good at drums, but I really don't want to play drums anymore. Or they go, that's all they do is play drums. They just play drums all the time.
Yeah.
Man. It's kind of like, Justin plays all the time, every instrument. We play the 3 different things here tonight. So did Uncle Kev, though. Kev's all over the place, too.
Luke had us working.
Yeah. All right, Luke, are you going to stay? Are you going to come back Friday and Saturday for Fuzzy Pig?
I'm hoping to, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because, man, that is a great spot to make some connections. Yeah. Everybody there is so awesome. All the musicians, the people it's just like one big happy hug for a few days, man. Everybody's
I'll definitely be there those 2 days because I didn't know you guys were all playing. I want to see you guys play. And
you play Saturday?
I play Saturday.
We play Saturday.
Okay, sweet. Yeah,
we play pretty early.
His band's playing,
so like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, we play at noon, 12:30 to 1:30, I think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're gonna, but I think Saturday it starts at 9 a.m.
It's super early.
Yeah. Really?
It starts early. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll be RV'd.
I wouldn't want to be opening that up.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there in my drinking a cup of coffee at the RV watching. No
Yeah.
doubt. I'm ready. I'm ready right now.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, Fuzzy Pig.
About a month.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be fun. I haven't even been to it before, so I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Well, the one thing about those guys, number one, is they know how to throw a party. And number two, they know how to grow a community. And number three, it's gotten bigger every year. I know that it started off with like 25 or 75? It wasn't many people.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
it was not many, and now it was up to 300 or 400 last year.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
wow.
I could imagine it's getting bigger this year. They're going to do a couple of things to kind of promote it. They're going to do a pre-party in Indiana. We're trying to get them one over here in Kentucky to kind of spread the word. So we're looking for a place to do that. So they're growing it, which I don't know how they're going to, because, I mean, gosh, parking was crazy last year.
I bet.
But I know one thing. There's an RV spot. Anybody needs a ride, they can ride in the RV with me up in Milltown, Indiana. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, Spencer, what do you got over here? You got some Weston's questions, my man? All right,
I do have some Weston's questions. All right, so the first one is, do you have any pre-show rituals or superstitions that might seem odd to other people?
Just a double shot of whiskey. That usually does the trick for me.
I just sweat a lot.
That'll do it too.
Like, why are my armpits leaking? This
No,
is ridiculous.
nothing crazy, man.
Okay.
I like to get a little buzz going and then get up there and just go. Really, try not to think about it too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I've only played a couple shows, so it's still like nervy sometimes getting up there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
absolutely.
All right, what about you, Uncle Kev? You got any pre-show rituals?
Not so much. I'm the same as you, just sweating it out. But I don't play a lot of shows anymore. So
well, you might now.
Come on.
All right, Jess, what you got, dude? I know you play shows all the time. It's no big deal.
I have my vocal warm-ups that I usually do.
Yeah,
I do them in my car. I'm like, the person riding with me is always just like,
oh, here you go. I've got to do it. Leave me alone.
I don't think I could do it in front of anyone, dude. I'd be so bugging out.
You have to. You got 3 or 4 shows in a weekend.
They know what
you got to get them out.
They're
you
riding
get
with you. They know where they're going. They're going to your show.
They know. They know.
Like, come on, dude.
Girl, you got anyone? You got anyone?
I mean, I just get stoned. Like that's like my ritual. Like, try not to get too stoned. It's kind of the same way with drinking. You gotta be careful.
The right amount,
yeah.
And have too much, you can't remember any of the words. And like, I have like an hour set, and I'll be flying through the songs and like not saying a word between them, and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna run out of songs. Like,
no edibles before shows.
Oh, it's always an edible. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's what gets you. The edibles get you.
It will get you. The worst is because my fucking bass player always right before we'll go on, he's like, trying to smoke a joint. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
I'll hit it.
We should do this, man.
And I always say yes, and then I'm up there just like panicking. Like,
we'll try to have a good time, Charlie, in your band.
Good time Charlie, I think, sent Spencer to bed last year at Fuzzy Pig.
4:30 p.m.
Yeah, he was out cold.
Sleeping. You got any pre?
Yeah, I go.
Really?
Yeah, I actually do. I go in for about 5 to 10 minutes. I like to just be by myself, and I do jumping jacks. And just to get the nerves out.
Did you know this?
And then I'll sit there and just
Never
like run
disappeared.
finger exercises just to get everything warmed up on my guitar.
Okay. All right. I think I'm more chill day of play than I'm just more anxious. I don't have any. I have no rituals. I'm just ready to go. Like, I think I'm more relaxed playing than being in the place that I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'd rather be up there than
just doing it.
Yeah, I hate waiting.
That's how I am. Yeah.
If you're on a bill or something, you're like the last one to play. I feel like I'm usually just walking around like thinking about playing or something.
I gotta be honest, dude.
Yeah, it's like itching.
I love being the first one on the bill.
Opening.
I love it. Give me the open, dude.
Yes.
I will take your opening slot every time.
Yeah.
What do you need me to do?
Like 30 minutes and
done.
Play some
What do you need, an hour?
7 best songs and just get out of here. Sure, I'll do that.
What do you need? Yeah, opening's a banger. Middle, that seconds, that hang until And if you got like a 3-band lineup, God forbid a 4-band lineup, if you got a 3-band lineup and it's supposed to be like 10 o'clock start time for the last band, it's going to be 11:15.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be, everybody's kind of like chilling, waiting. And then you're doing your best to get hooked up, and hopefully you've done a sound check. Anyway, that's the pre-gig ritual, hoping the sound check happened. All right, what you got, brother?
All right, if you all had to perform in costume for the rest of your lives, what costume would you choose? Or what character?
Oh my God.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, the questions get harder. So
Those are tough
be
questions.
That is so wide open.
Well, I'll answer first because mine's easy. It's the same costume I wear every day, which is plaid and suspenders. So.
Hey, dude. You know what, though? That is a costume.
It's my
well
costume.
done, sir.
Oh.
I'd probably have to go with the sheriff outfit.
Oh,
That's like, I always wear that for Halloween.
I could see you doing the YMCA.
We did the
sheriff, shorty
YMCA.
shorts.
Yeah, we actually all dressed up for that for the Willie Ween or something.
That's awesome.
Did you?
Yeah, we did YMCA because the guy, his name's Donald Vish. I met him at the YMCA in the steam room, and he's the one who literally like boosted my music career.
That's
he's
awesome.
a
really?
good dude.
Yeah, he's
I
done
hear that's
so
where
much.
music careers are boosted.
In the steam room, yeah, that's where they start.
YMCA.
So he put on this kind of festival. It was like, it was on his land. So we thought he would love it for us to come out with YMCA. So we all dressed up as the YMCA members. And
Young man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jared was like, young man. He was like singing
He
it.
was great.
Yeah.
Did
He, like,
have
worked
the-
super
the
hard.
full-
I don't know what he had. I don't
I bet he
remember.
rocked that
Yeah.
mustache, dude. The Fu Manchu bus.
It was funny. It was fun.
100%.
Hell yeah.
All right, Luke.
Dude, I don't know. I'd probably just do something crazy, like wear a fucking ghillie suit or something. I don't
there you
know.
go.
I'd probably have a heat stroke though, so it probably wouldn't last
Yeah,
long.
Depends
You
on
could only
if
play
it's
in cold
mesh.
places.
Yeah, I get a mesh one.
Yeah.
Oh,
As long as you
yeah.
don't wear it in the
Mesh
steam
one,
room.
Mesh it up.
Walks into steam room, just gillied up, just stands there like
I'm in
a
my
bush.
sheriff outfit.
Oh my
Someone
God.
opens up the door, they're just like, what the fuck? Okay.
Opens the door, shuts the door.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
What you got? What would you do?
God, it's a tough question. I should have thought about it while you were
How we trying to get
doing it.
time?
I
know.
know.
I was hoping Justin
was
would keep
listening to all
talking
the
so I could
answers, and that was it.
Trying.
Spencer, you got one?
Yeah.
What you got?
Oh,
Yeah,
I know.
of
When-
course.
A pirate.
Yeah. I'm going to be
Pirate.
Captain Jack
Ah,
Sparrow, dude.
nice.
100%
That's easy.
for the rest of my
That's
life.
sick.
That way you can be drunk all the time.
He just loves
Exactly. And no one's going to know.
They'd never know.
Exactly.
He's got like pirate memorabilia in his pockets right now.
I do. I actually
Arrowheads
do.
and shit.
Little
Yeah,
sword.
I actually got the
Wow.
Pirates of the
Because
Caribbean
pirates don't
coin.
use arrowheads.
He's actually got,
Pirates of
he's
the
actually got a
Caribbean.
peg leg.
Yeah. It's just,
He's
covered by the
dedicated,
sweats.
man. Did you figure yours out?
I mean,
No.
like the first thing that came to mind, this is the stupidest shit, would just be I would want to just dress up as fucking Santa Claus every show. And it'd just be like July. And they're like, why are you doing this? There's 6 people here. Like, you got to give it up. But
That's awesome. That's
just
a good
know,
one, actually.
like, I'll put on a little weight. It would work out. Like, I would just,
Yeah.
just, and yeah, when I was like 8 years old, I won a costume contest as Santa Claus. They're like, why did you dress as that? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I have no idea. I just told my mom once I wanted to be Santa
I
Claus.
like
And-
Santa.
Yeah. and I was
Like,
it.
look, I don't answer questions since I won the contest.
Yeah, you
It
don't
was
get
like,
to
I
ask
came in
me.
second, actually, but
But, you're
it
our
was,
number
it was
one,
a gift
bro.
card all the same.
It's
A
fine.
gift card? Amazon.
what about you?
I would do. I would probably rock straight up old school cowboy with the pinstripe memorabilia, like cowboy performer.
Mm.
Think
Oh, like nudie suit?
like tight jeans that I shouldn't be in.
so Dwight
like
Yoakam.
George Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah,
Wow.
I gotcha.
Dwight Yoakam.
It's like, that'd be a good look.
I think. I mean, I
That'd be sick.
couldn't pull it off, but I mean, if you're gonna go for a look,
True.
go for a look. I would even do the bowler tie or whatever.
Dude, Zach Top's
Wow.
bringing all that stuff
Oh,
back.
man, dude.
He's
Black
like,
Top is a bad.
have you
Zach
heard the
Top's
conspiracy
the man.
theory about him and
Oh,
Alan Jackson?
He's Alan's kid.
Well, so before he was born, exactly 9 months before he was born, Alan Jackson was in his hometown playing a show,
All right.
and his mom went to that show.
Okay.
And then
there
9
any
months
more to this
later,
story?
Zach Top is born, and they look fucking identical.
There's only one problem with the story.
What?
Babies are 10 months gestation period.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
40 weeks is actually, 4
Mm.
weeks per month.
Okay.
40 weeks, 10 months. It's just at the end of that 9th month. So,
well,
it's your,
still,
your timing's off, bro.
Well, that's why it's a conspircy theory. It's just fuck it.
Close,
and the Earth is flat. We're not doing this here.
Oh, shit.
How many questions was that? 2?
Yep.
All right,
I got one more.
All
right. If you guys could time travel and perform with any musician or any type of performer, who would you pick?
I probably wouldn't even have to time travel. All the people I really like are alive.
Fair enough.
Well, then I guess that counts. Who would it be?
Man, I don't know. I mean, like I said, Sam Barber's my favorite right now. He's young, dude. He plays the shit that I play. That would probably be my dude to perform with, really.
That could manifest at least that right shit, now. Bro.
You can go into the future.
Yeah, there you go.
You can.
We're going to play this back in 5 years on the 10th anniversary of this podcast and show you guys on the same lineup. All right, Justin, what about you, man?
I'd probably go back to the day or something where it's like Doc Watson or something.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, some old school.
Just sit there
hanging around the campfire. Yeah. I love that music. I love just listening.
Campfire music, man. There ain't nothing better than a little bluegrass picking around a campfire.
I love it.
Oh. Uncle Kev?
I think I'd go back to the 90s. The 90s grunge
just
music.
Blew my mind.
That's what really got me into music. So all the Smashing Pumpkins, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, all that stuff.
This podcast is over. Holy shit, you blew my mind just now, bro. I thought you were going to say, I'd go back to Doc Watson. That era too. Maybe like 19,
looks are deceiving.
No,
Kev's from a rock band,
my influence is like grunge, hard rock, that kind of stuff. And,
dude, you're right up my alley. That was probably, I don't think I'd go there, but that's definitely my influence back in the day, what got me started. My first, the first records, which were CDs that I bought were Lenny Kravitz, Pearl Jam 10, and Nirvana Nevermind. I bought them all 3 at the same time.
Nice.
And Nirvana Nevermind and Pearl Jam were just on repeat. Constantly, dude. They were so unbelievable.
When did you listen to Michael Jackson? Just like in the shower or something?
Well, Michael Jackson was before you.
He was much earlier.
Yeah, I was legit. Probably like 6 years old with parachute pants and shit. Matter of fact, I mean, I'm just telling facts. There was one point in my life when I was a young kid, same time, 6, 7, 8, where I asked my mom. I was like, "Mom, why'd you name me Neil? Why couldn't you name me something cool like Michael Jackson?" So, I was a fan back in the day. But like I said, he could have got me. I was in his age range at the right time. Anyway, what was the question?
It was if you could time travel anywhere and perform with somebody, who would it be?
All right, so what band of those would you perform with?
If I had to pick, it'd be Smashing Pumpkins. Especially the Siamese Dream album, anything off of that. That's,
all right, so did you all see the interesting shit recently with Billy Corgan?
Mm-mm.
You didn't?
No.
You all see that shit?
I don't even know what you're talking about. But
you don't?
No.
All right, so Billy Corgan, lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, is stepbrothers with Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
I
did see that.
Stepbros, same dad. Same dad.
I thought it was half bros.
Half brothers, but same dad, same age, both named Bill.
Weird.
The guy had like 2 families, so
That's
it was
crazy.
but they were on Howie Mandel. Check that out. Look it up.
That's
Google
crazy.
It was wild. Wild stuff. But and then I looked at him like,
I could see
they
it
do
though.
look alike.
I did see that on a podcast the other day.
It was on Howie Mandel podcast. It was,
Well, it's crazy they both were famous.
Yeah, Bill Burr was pissed about it too.
It's crazy.
Anyway.
He used to talk mad shit about Billy Corgan.
He likes his music evidently, but he should. It's his step.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's his brother.
who would you go back
That's
and
funny.
play with, man?
CCR.
Oh,
Like at Woodstock would be like
Fuck
holy
yeah.
shit, yeah.
Dude, so we saw, who did we see? John, what's that guy's name?
what?
What's CCR's name?
Like John Fogerty.
John
Fogerty.
Yeah.
At Bourbon Beyond. So he's
Fucking
75 years old.
Wow.
It was
Damn.
the 50th anniversary of CCR. It was supposed to be on 50th anniversary tour, but it was just after like COVID, or maybe somebody died. Who knows? But anyway, that got canceled, and he ended up at a Bourbon and Beyond for his 75th year and 50th anniversary show. It was unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
And you forget how many hits he's written.
It's like every song.
Every single tune. Song. It was just like everyone was screaming
it was unreal.
The lyrics.
It was unreal, dude. But they're like, you go to shows like that, and kind of like we were talking about with openers, you have this certain amount of time. And then you have bands like the Killers who have an hour, and everything they play, you're like, I forgot about the Killers. How did I do that? Anyway.
Yep.
I don't know who I would go back with. So I think I would go back to the Doc Watson.
Yeah.
No amplification.
Yep.
Sitting around learning some lessons stuff. Although, I dig the 90s shit. I could be back in there too. But.
I do like the old rock. Feel like I didn't really answer that question. After all, you all threw up good answers. And I was like, Sam Barber. I'd probably go back and play with some Motley Crue, some Bon Jovi.
Fuck yeah.
I'd just play. I can't scream like that, but
I think you could scream better than them, man. Your voice is good.
Especially now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially now, you could take over all their jobs.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Have y'all seen Vince Neil?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so
it's like,
bad.
did he just say piece of pizza?
Yeah, dude. I did see that.
Was that all three or is that two? How many was that?
Yeah, that's three.
All right, man.
That's three.
All right, so I think Ro had the best question of the night. What, you got some stuff going, gigging, all that stuff. What is the next step for you? You got Fuzzy Pig. I know you're getting kind of in the mix with the singer-songwriter nights, starting to play some gigs. But man, you got really, really good material, really good originals.
Thank you.
You're getting 45 or so at the Fuzzy Pig of original stuff. So you're building up time, you're building up a good chunk of time where you can start getting on these front ends of shows open and doing 45 middles of shows. So what is your game plan? Do you have a game plan of what you want to do in the next, say, 6 months to a year?
Honestly, I don't have a solid game plan. I'd like to. Two of those songs that we did here tonight are recorded. One of them is probably ready to go out. The first one that we played, Kate, I could probably release that one. It's really where I want it to be. And then the last one, Silver and Gold. It's close. I just finished in the studio though 2 nights ago. So I need to listen to it for a couple of weeks and see if there's anything else I want to change. And I try not to be too picky about it. But yeah, really just I'd like to figure out a way to get some traction on them before I put them out. But you told me one time, you were like, I think the best thing to do is just give people what you got. Just put it out there and let people hear it, let people find it, talk about it, do stuff like this, and people will find it if it's meant to be. So
yeah.
Playing more shows.
I don't have a ton of advice about recording generally, but I would say with the stuff that you brought in today, make it as simple as possible because the songs are good. You don't have to fluff them up.
Yeah.
As long as you're good with the vocal line and most of the playing around it, I would seriously say be as stripped down as possible, man, because these tunes are really, really solid tunes. They're well-written songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And I think by playing, just getting out Fuzzy Pig and those things like that, you're going to get people that say, hey, man.
Yeah, and going to the open mics and doing that stuff, that's how you meet folks.
Anytime I play originals out, somebody will ask if they're out, where they're at, where they can find them. So I do need to just get to the point where I can put them out there just so slowly people can go find them.
Yeah. Well, we'll have this for sure that's out. I know we've also, Brad will master them for you for next to nothing, and you can put this out as a Top Hill thing. I think you've done that before, haven't you?
Yeah, multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, so
it's been really helpful.
Pretty easy. And that's, for booking, I know that, Spencer and I are starting a new project from our old project, done with the Johnstone thing, and starting the band Voodoo Symphony. And we're kind of at that point. We need to throw some stuff down just to get it out so we can send it for, gigs and things like that. So, we're way He's the same age. I'm older, but we're still starting where you're at, So the process can be daunting if you let it be. But I think you got the right guy in your corner that's willing to, put his name out there for you.
I mean, he's helped me out a lot with just getting shows, and it's been a great connection to meet you and just be able to jam together and hang out, and it's been a good time too. So it's going places.
Yeah, I think so, man. I definitely feel that for sure. Like I said, undeniability is pretty nice, and these songs are pretty undeniable in my opinion.
So, thank you.
All right, so where can our listeners that want to find you, follow you, listen to any of your tunes, all that stuff, where can they find you?
Yeah, so I post on Instagram and TikTok. Both of them are Luke Edlin Music. Edlin's Edlin. Yeah, that's where I put it. Instagram and TikTok, man.
Uncle Kev, do you post much?
I don't post much anymore.
He should. He should. He's good.
You should. Okay, where can they find you, man, for these posts? We need you back.
I don't know. I've got a Instagram, Facebook. It's at Kevin H. Parr, I think. I don't even know.
1 R, 2 R's?
2 R's, Parr.
See, that's an important question. Yeah. You could have been a golfer. We didn't know. Man. You threw us for a loop with the 90s stuff.
Could have been.
I figure, here we go. All right, Justin, what about you, brother? You're a little bit everywhere. Where can you find your stuff?
Elements of Sound Music. You can find it on any platform, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music.
And if you didn't watch the episode before this one, watch it. It's Elements of Sound.
That was a fun one.
Hell yeah, man. That was a good time. Spencer, what about you, brother?
It is just Spencer.Corbin, Corbin, on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Hit me up if you need anything fixed. I am a luthier, and we'll fix anything you need.
Spencer will work with your wood. All right, what about you?
Oh, don't say it like that.
You're a luthier.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Earl Bowman Music on wherever. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm on there.
Yeah, man. And you just had this is going to be released a little bit after, but you just had a single release. Tell us, which one did you just have released recently?
Yeah, a song called She's Gone just came out. So
they're all good, man. We had the album. Do you still got it?
I do.
There it is,
here.
right there. So
right here, everybody.
Nice.
Earl Bowman, check that
Pick
out.
up a
Download
copy,
some
go to
stuff.
the shows.
yeah, please buy a copy for Christ's sake.
He had to buy 100, man.
It's freaking cool. Even the back is cool.
I thought so too.
That is a
sick-
credits.
sick
It's
poster.
super dope. Vinyl's back.
Mm-hmm.
Get the damn thing. And if you don't
It's
have
right
a
here.
record player, what's wrong with you? Do you hate audio? Come on, man. Anyway, check us out, Top Hill Recording, on everything, Spotify, on Instagram, definitely on YouTube. Check out the new band page, The Voodoo Symphony, and check out my stuff, Neil Johnstone, on Instagram. Until next time, see you later.
Doses.
Thank you all.